What is up, guys? It is Double here, and welcome to this episode of Career Mode. It is episode 102. So yeah, let's get the season underway. We're still with Chelsea. This is season 4 now, and I can't wait to get this episode started. I really can't. We have Manchester City in the Community Shield, then we have Man United in the Premier League. Starting the first game in the Premier League, the same as we did last season against United at home. So let's go out and do this. But you know, because in less than a week's time, I have a Premier League match, the first most important match of the season for me. I'm not really playing my strongest team here. But it's safe to say that this match for the first half was pretty boring. You know, both teams trying to kind of, you know, test each other out, feel the waters, you know, see how the new season begins. And the pace was steady. You know, Manchester City enjoyed a lot of possession earlier on. But this chance actually came, if you remember just a minute ago, Lukaku got our strength off the ball. And Manchester City managed to nick it. And look at this, Aguero's going to have a shot here. And that was the first chance. By the way, as you notice, Petr Cech isn't in goal. So if we keep a clean sheet against Man City, it will be very nice. But Lukaku scored a couple of long ranges from last season. But unfortunately, the first chance of the match that comes to us isn't really a good one before Aguero again fancied a long shot. And a fantastic save by the keeper in goal. I'm sorry, his name is currently deserting me. Like, I don't know who his name is. But he is one of my scouted players. And yeah, it's nice to give him a little bit of experience and time on the pitch so that we can get to see how good he actually will be. But you know, the first half, like I said, was very boring. There wasn't anything going on at all. But look at that run by Arias, fantastic. To see him on the ball, Lukaku gives it to him, and what a finish! Really good, accurate strike off the post and in. 54th minute. It took all the way up to the 54th minute to get the first goal. And, you know, out of either, I was really expecting Manchester City to attack me a lot more. They, by far and away, had a better team out on the pitch than me. Of course, you know, my second team is very capable of beating anyone, almost as much as my first team. But, you know, there was a couple of scatter players throughout the team. One of them was my keeper. The other one was Paintner there, my left back, who was just on the ball. He started off this attack. As Oscar cuts inside and tries the long range shot, but unfortunately that was never going to go in, even if it was on target, because Joe Hart is overpowered. I made some substitutions here. Bring on Oriol Romeo and Kevin De Bruyne in the place of Josh McEachran and Gael Kakuta. Gael Kakuta, guys, I'm not too sure what to do on him. He's only just come back from his loan. By the way, this is a fantastic chance there. I don't know how Lukaku did not manage to connect with that to put it into the back of the net. I bring off Oscar and bring on Hazard here in the dying moments, but I don't know what to do with Kakuta, you know. Oh, fantastic save. Ellington was my centre-back. I still can't remember my keeper's name. And Lukaku again going for a long-range shot. But this game is actually going to finish 1-0. And, well, haven't we seen this scene before? But, yeah, quickly, like I've been trying to talk about Kakuta for the last 10 minutes. Gael Kakuta, he's recently come back to the club. He's an 80 overall, and he's about 22, 23. He's quite young. So, I'm not really sure that he's going to have a place in my team. So, guys, write down in the comments below, do you think I should loan him out? Because he isn't really going to get much of a first team place. The only time he's going to start is oh yeah, I didn't play David Alaba, obviously, who we signed last episode, because I wanted to save him for the Premier League game. Whoops, pardon me. Whoops, sorry. I wanted to save him from the Premier League game. But yeah, put it below if I should loan out Kakuta. But look at this. Saku wants to he wants to move on. And I looked at that and thought, no way. I'm going to transfer list you and sell you, because an 86 overall centre back at 25 years old is fantastic. He is the sort of player to you know, go on to big clubs. And speaking of big clubs and big players, Sergio Ramos. You know, I went into the transfer market. I was looking around for players to sign, obviously to replace Saku, and I thought, you know what? Why not cash in on Saku while I've still got him? I offered Madrid 8 million plus Saku to trade for Sergio Ramos, one of the best centre halves in the world. And you know, they came back to me the first time. They said I offered 8 million. They said no, we're interested, but if you give me 11, then we'll do the talking. Then we'll do the contract offer. And I gave them 10. In the meantime, Atletico Madrid wanted to loan Lucas Piazon, so I let them, because I'm perfectly happy with letting Lucas Piazon go. So he can get some valuable experience. Again, he's only 21 years old. But another loanee here is Steve Ellington. He is my centre back who played in the Manchester City game. I loaned him out to Millwall, so maybe he can get some good experience and come back A little bit higher overall rated, you know, maybe around the high 60s, low 70s. That would be fantastic if he did. But I have in mind that he's probably not going to. However, Torino want to buy Oriol Romeo, and I have nothing against that so long as they give me £5 million. But yeah, we're going to have to play this match with Saku still. The transfer hasn't gone through with Sergio Ramos yet. Real Madrid haven't accepted. So I might as well praise David Alaba. And motivate David Alaba, who apparently I think we may have tinkered about with the way he play a bit. I'm not entirely certain that that suits Alaba. Basically, the media made up some bullshit about me, which isn't true at all. I want David Alaba. Alaba or Alaba? Alaba. David Alaba. I don't even know. I want him to do well, and he starts, and I am playing my strongest team. David Luiz in the centre with Saku. Saku, who is causing controversy all through the media and the background at Chelsea. But this goal is a fantastic goal. Who has first bets on El Shaarawy scoring? Huh? Who has first bets on El Shaarawy scoring? Because you just earned your money. El Shaarawy with a 6th-minute goal, doing what he does best. He is now a 91 overall. Hazard is a 92 overall. Guys, I am almost certain that I have the best team in the world. I am almost certain that I have the best team in the world, alright? I'm so sure of it. But that made it 1-0, and we carried on then to you know, we kind of dominated the match possession-wise. We did really well. Eden Hazard here cutting inside and going for a shot. Well saved by Lindegaard, and somehow we managed to win that header, and we carried on there. But I really, like, it didn't feel like Manchester United. Maybe it was because we were away. Alaba having his first shot on target there. First shot in a Chelsea shirt there. Maybe because we were at home even, and maybe because they were away. But really, Manchester United did not put any sort of pressure on me in the early stages. You know, they didn't really have a chance until here, the 40th minute. Nani outpacing Aspilicueta and trying to whip the ball into Rooney. Eventually, Kagawa picked it up on a fantastic save by Cech to deny them scoring. But you know, we just replied straight away. Falcao here giving it to Vidal, who's going to try to cut inside, but unfortunately Smalling read it well, and he manages to clear the ball successfully right on the stroke of half time. When we move into the second half, I'm still 1-0 up, but that's not good enough for me. You know, although a minute ago I was saying that Man United didn't feel like Man United, they didn't really get into the game, they started to, you know, and we definitely needed a goal from our big number 9 up front, and this is exactly what I want from Falcao. Near post OP, whatever you want to say, but Lindegaard is well and truly beaten by the 55th minute goal from Falcao. Falcao, the best number 9 in the world in my opinion, of course. You guys feel free to think anything else, but just comment below what you think about Falcao as well. Like, should I keep him? Should I sell him? I really want to keep him. He's a fantastic player. He hasn't done anything wrong with me, and I love a player who can win headers, but he soon plays through Juan Mata, and we have a chance here to go 3-0 up. But Juan Mata, man, why didn't you just have a shot instead of trying to chip it over? That's your problem sometimes. You just don't know when to shoot. Man United pulled one back here. 70th minute. And suddenly we're only 2-1 up with only a 1-goal cushion. And that's why it was so important to get that 2-goal lead. So that we can have a little bit of room for error. And 2-1 isn't a bad result. But we needed to make sure that we could keep this win. We needed to make sure that we get a couple of goals, you know, get a couple of really good tackles at the back to make sure that Man United don't win, because of course it's very important to get a first win of the season. But David Alaba gives away that free kick there, and we're going to have to face a little bit of pressure from the Man United attack moving in towards the end of the game now. And it really was a good game to start things off. As you can see here, we have a free kick with El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy's going to try and finish that one off, but unfortunately he just misses, and we carry straight on, guys. They have a free kick here. Petr Cech manages to catch it up, and look at this. This is how we go on the counter-attack. Gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne is going to play a wonderful little ball into Vidal. Vidal is going to carry on racing forwards. He's going to turn out strength the defender who's running back. Give it to Falcao, who's just going to cut inside, beats Mascherano for pace, hands down, and finishes as you expect a striker to do. Almost El Shaarawy-like, the finishing, should I say. But a 90th minute goal from Falcao just ensures the win, and it's fantastic to start off the league in the best way possible with a win over our rivals in the league. And I just can't wait, guys. You're gonna have to wait until next episode to see whether or not I pick up Sergio Ramos, whether or not we manage to get rid of Saku so we can cash in on him before he decides to leave. But Sergio Ramos, man. He's fantastic. He really, really is. Cannot wait. Anyway, guys, it's coming towards the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's a look at the league table. There's nothing really to see, considering it's the early stages. But we do currently sit in second place, the second highest win, obviously, of the Premier League day, of the first Premier League day. Arsenal getting a 3-0 win. That's why they're top. But stay tuned for next episode, guys. There will be lots and lots of good stuff. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you could, leave a like. I'll be very much appreciated. If not, leave a comment at least to say what you think about Kakuta and Falcao. So yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.